Hello everyone, welcome to another Calm Gamer review. Well, after getting off the Mario Luigi talks, I figured that we go with another RPG series that kind of sort of continued the Super Mario RPG. But some people might say, no, it didn't. Kind of, somewhat did. So, we're going to go from the beginnings to the best Mario RPG, Paper Mario games, to two that's not so good, to one that kind of went back to form. So, today is obviously Paper Mario 64. Now, as a kid, I had never owned a Nintendo 64. And let's be honest, I was not expecting a whole lot from Paper Mario. I was floored at how good this game was. It's probably not as good as Mario RPG or the sequel that's coming up next. I'll be talking about next, but I have to say that for a game that was supposedly called Super Mario RPG 2, it lives up to all the hype. So, what's the story? Well, Bowser's kidnapped Princess Peach yet again. And you think, oh, all we gotta do is get to the end and kick his butt. It's not that simple. Not only has he kidnapped Princess Peach, he's also captured the 7 Star Spirits. And it's up to Mario to get him back. So, why can't you kick Bowser's butt at the beginning of the game? He's basically became invincible thanks to this thing called the Star Rod. And he, with the Star Rod, gets bosses. Well, some of the bosses, I should say, because some of them have their own special ways of fighting you. One of my favorite bosses is the Koopa Bros. Koopa Bros are a group of 4 characters. Now, I talked about this in probably my Mario Luigi games. But this boss is probably one of my favorite ones. That makes a parody, aside from the Axemans that's from Super Mario RPG. But this one, it's not even pretending to make fun of them. It knows it's making fun of them. So, anyway, you have other bosses. You've got Tubba Blubba, you've got... who is a complete and total incompetent boss. The first half is hard. But the second half, when he's not all that hard, but the second half is easy. So, the next thing I want to talk, another one that was probably one of the insane bosses was the ice. No, wait, no. It was, I don't remember his name, but it's in the frozen region in the game. And after, like, chapter 5, you have 2 bosses that will continually, no, 3, they'll continually heal themselves. And I'm telling you, it gets irritating. Like, quick. Now, to his credit, the game does have hard mode, but you have to basically turn it on yourself. The way you do that is don't upgrade the HP at all. Keep it at 10. And don't level up too much, because once you do that, if you level up too much, you're going to have to upgrade the HP. So, why did he take the Star Spirits, you probably ask? He was tired of not getting his wishes granted. So, Bowser takes the Star Rod and the 7 Star Spirits, gives them to his lackeys, and then you find all of them. Some of them are really easy, like I said, Tubba Blubba. He's supposed to be the third world boss. He doesn't even act like it. Alright, I get it. I did like the Koopa, when the Goomba King Goomba, he was cool. But most of the bosses were kind of silly. Like General Guy and Huff and Puff. What a name for a boss. Who came up with this name for this boss? Huff and Puff? Really? At least Dupless makes sense. He's a doppelganger boss. But Huff and Puff? I'm sorry. Huff and Puff. I get it, he's a cloud. He does wind attacks. But that thing's kind of silly. So you go through the whole game, get all Star Spirits. And there are 3 bonus bosses. Or actually 4. First one, no, it's 5. There's the students of the dojo. Pretty cool. And then the master, which I thought was an awesome boss. Sorry about it. I think he's one of my favorite bosses in the game. Then you have Kitsy Koopa, which you can pay him, but you can beat him easily if you want, if you have Lullaby and it works. And then you have what's called the Anti-Guy. You can find him twice in this game. Once, but you don't have to really fight him because you can give him something which I'm not going to tell you because you have to do it yourself, figure out yourself. Or you can fight him and he will kick your butt. He is that hard. You have to use a stone cap just to beat the guy because he is nearly impossible. So you go through the whole game, and of course, like I said, he appears in the castle, but again, you don't really have to beat him because if you can answer the questions right, you basically win. And then you get to use all 7 Star Spirits as a Star Beam, and then Bowser negates it. And it becomes big, and then you get to fight him again. But I think the best part of the game is probably watching that little Star Spirit. I don't remember his name, but kicking Kamek's butt. You see him smack him around a couple of times, and then at the end he's like, "Oh shoot, this guy's got more power than I do." Not the little star guy, but the Kamek. He's really afraid because he's like, "Oh crap! It's true what they say. The wishes of the people give these kids power," and he just knocks him out. And then your beam becomes a Peach beam. So, and then you beat Bowser, and that's it. Is the game good? Yeah, I mean, it's a good part of the trilogy, but the next game we'll talk about is the Thousand Door. It's got good, really cool bosses. It's got some pretty cool stories, and two of my favorite chapters, which I'll talk about when I get to Paper Mario: The Thousand Door. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share. I'll see you guys next time when we talk about Paper Mario: The Thousand Door, and why it's a little better than Paper Mario 64.